Hi, this is Becky with Icing on Top Becky's Cakes, and today I'm going to show you how to make that knit scarf. First, we're going to get our Wilton 21 tip, and I'm going to have this in 2 colors. And you can use any open star tip as well, as long as it's smaller. I guess you could do this with a larger one too, but to get the detail like this, you're going to use a smaller star tip, and you're going to start at the top, pipe down at an angle, and then on the other side, right next to it, we pipe down at an angle. So we're bringing them both to the middle for the first one. And then after we got that middle, and it'll look kind of like a triangle. And then we're gonna pipe on the sides, and we're gonna fill in those little gaps, and we're gonna keep bringing it in like a little triangle here. And if you notice, one is gonna be just slightly higher than the other one, so they're slightly staggered as we bring them down. And another thing is, we don't have to do this on a fully frosted cake. You can just crumb coat it, which is also a lot easier. I made myself more work. You can just crumb coat the cake and pipe on. The thing is, we just need to make sure there's some buttercream on the cake itself, something for it to stick to. Now, as we do the next one, we're gonna, again, start at the top and make that triangle, but now we're gonna fill in each time we go down. We're gonna make sure that we're aiming for those empty slots, fill in, and so sometimes you pipe, you hold it until that fills in that little spot, and then you pull. So I'm using 3 lines of this color. This is my second line, then I'm gonna do a third line, and then I'm gonna switch colors. But depending on what pattern you want, you can be switching colors with each line, or you can just do every 2 lines. But I like the looks of 3 and then switch. But yeah, this is wonderful for trying to get all different kinds of patterns, and you can come up with all cool different looking scarves this way. But I love buttercream, and I love the texture it gives off to make it look like a warm, fuzzy knit scarf. Now, as we get towards the bottom, you'll notice every time I bring them in almost straight to the middle, so they almost go straight across at the bottom. So that just kind of brings it in at the end. Okay, now we've switched colors, we're doing our gold, and we're gonna do this the exact same way. We're gonna fill in the gap as we pipe down, and always piping a little triangle as we come down, slightly staggered. This one's slightly higher than this one, and then that just really gives us the weave look as you just stagger these out. But the bottom one, tricky because you want them to be the same length. So you kind of pipe them both in straight across. Okay, now as we get to the end of our scarf, I want it to kind of look like it's overlapping, like the scarf was wrapped around. So I'm going to bring this even lower so that the scarf is kind of just hanging there. So like it has just been wrapped around someone's neck, and it's kind of hanging down a little bit. So we're going to make it look like gravity is playing in here. Okay, now we're gonna go back to our maroon color, and we're gonna pull in. We're gonna pipe and pull in. Also a triangle look, but we're pulling in to make it look like this is the end of the scarf here. So this is the end of the weave of our scarf, and so we're bringing it all together, making it look like this is where someone ended their scarf. So we're just gonna pull these ends in here. And we're giving it one more row, and just bring this in. This is just to show the end of the scarf here. Now we're going to want to create some tassels on the end, like a scarf would have some tassels. And I want to do the tassels in both colors, so make sure you leave a little space to fill in with the other color. Now you see my mistake is I didn't touch did to the buttercream here, so that's why that one got droopy. So you want to make sure you touch these to the buttercream as you're pulling out. Okay, so it's looking good, and now we're just going to add the maroon in between each of the gold here. And if you want to know what kind of buttercream I used, I put my recipe online. It's just my my mock American buttercream. It's because I make it with high ratio shortening, so it's really great for piping, and even after you've held your bag a while, it doesn't start melting on you right away like normal buttercream would, because it melts at a higher temperature, so I love it. So this works really great for piping this much. So there's our scarf, and thanks for joining me today, and please subscribe to my channel where I have lots of fun YouTube tutorials.